This is the Infinity Summit Group. Truth, passion, success.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Infinity Summit Group podcast. Today is November 21st, 2022. We got a special guest on today, but first let's introduce the members. We got Noah.
Xavier.
Logan.
Jesse.
And our special guest here.
Carson.
Hey,
Hi.
Carson, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Okay, brief summary.
Brief summary. Who are you?
Yeah, I went to high school with Noah, so he invited me to come tonight.
Smoked me in volleyball.
I did play a little bit of volleyball in high school. I've been working for the past 4 years in the copier and printer industry. And then outside of that, I've had a few side hustles I've tried and failed, but we keep learning, so.
Hey, if you learned, is it a failure?
That's true. I had a good experience. It was almost doing college, side hustle college.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever go to college?
I did. So I'm actually currently attending Western Governors University.
Good college for online stuff.
So I'm about halfway done with my bachelor's degree there. And
Nice.
it's just a general business marketing degree.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
Is it pretty expensive to go through Western Governors?
It's
I
not
heard it's
bad.
not bad.
No, it's about $4,000 a semester. So $4,000 every 6 months. 12
Okay.
$12,000 a year.
That doesn't really
How
sound
many
that bad
credits
at
does
all.
that
No.
cover, though?
As many as you can do in a 6-month period.
Oh, no shit.
So
That's cool.
I'm in line to do 24 credits this 6-month period.
Nice.
So
That's not bad. Most credit hours, you're like $600 per credit hour.
It's a lot more expensive. I went to back when it was called Dixie down in
Mhm.
St. George, and it was a lot more expensive doing classes down there.
Wait, what's it called now?
Do you guys know?
Is
It's
it SUU?
I thought it was
No,
Dixie.
they changed it to like a technical college because of the
Because
the
Dixie's
Dixie.
racist.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? All right.
How many credits do you need for your bachelor?
I need 56 more.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And what?
I got a way to go.
So this is your second semester working on your bachelor's? Or first?
It's my second.
Second. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
What are you going for? I know you said it's a general, but
So it's
Business marketing. you
Yeah,
said.
it's business
Okay.
administration and marketing.
very cool. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But good for you.
Yeah, doing that while you're working.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially with a kid. I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
18-month-old daughter, so
So when do you
chasing her
find
around.
time to like do school?
I don't. Yeah.
C's get degrees, baby.
Yep, that's exactly right. Anytime I pass a course, I'm happy with it, regardless of the score.
Hell yeah.
That works. It's crazy how your mindset shifts
Yeah,
from early like sophomore in high school to actually being in college. You're like,
right.
look,
Yeah.
if I pass, I'm okay.
High school, it was like A's or nothing, and now
Yeah.
it's like if I get through the class, I'm happy.
What were some of the side hustles that you quote unquote failed?
Yeah, so I actually was talking to Noah about this last week. I looked into affiliate marketing. It wasn't as much that I failed it. I just recognized that the style of affiliate marketing I was going to be able to do was more the pyramid scheme, promote someone
It's called
else's
multi-level
course.
marketing, bro.
Right. And I was like, I don't really want to do that as my side hustle. Yeah, I know I can make money doing it. So I learned about that one, didn't like it, so I just kind of gave up on that one. I looked into doing the Amazon drop shipping and also just Amazon FBA, where you send it into the fulfillment center and make money that way. I'm still actually kind of working on that one, but full-time job, part-time school, full-time father, not a whole lot of time to dedicate towards that. So that one's on the line of me going, okay, yeah, I'm not doing it, or dedicating more time to it. I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go with it yet.
How deep do we go, man?
All the fucking way.
You're supposed to say balls deep, but whatever.
Balls deep, man.
Yeah, no.
No,
Right
there is
on,
a
man.
good poem called, I think it's called like "Go All the Way" something. That's a damn good one.
I haven't
Listen
heard that one.
listen to
That sounds like a good one.
Dude,
Yeah.
where do you find
Anyway,
family
what was
time
your
in
question?
that?
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't have a question.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't have time for school really. After I get done with work, I basically dedicate from 5:30, 6 p.m. when I get home till 9 is family time, and then I also like to game on the side. Noah knows
Yeah.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a gamer.
What do
so
you play?
I play Call of Duty, Minecraft, Rocket League, Apex.
Nice. Apex is fun.
We got to start a realm, dude.
I'm down. So, yeah, I play all sorts of stuff. So 9 to 11, that's really my me time where I game or I do other stuff. I read books. So, and that's also where I try and sneak in school when I decide to do it.
Huh.
Yep. Life gets busy, folks.
Yep.
That's rough.
Yeah, it gets real busy.
Crank it out while you're single.
Yep.
Shysta.
So Noah was telling me before you got here that you're kind of interested in like Jordan Peterson and
Oh, I love
different
Jordan
stuff like
Peterson.
that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! What are you reading
Papa
right
Peterson.
So right now I'm actually listening to Jocko Williams'
Yeah.
Extreme
He's crazy.
Ownership.
now? Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good one.
That's a good
That
one.
one's a really good one.
That's a
Did
good
we
one.
go over that book?
I don't know. I've read it before though. I don't know.
No,
if
we
did
went
with
over
the group.
David Goggins. Can't hurt me. Yeah.
Okay, I want to read that one too.
That's
Oh,
good.
it's good.
Yeah, I highly recommend Extreme Ownership. Even if you aren't going to be in a leadership position, because a lot of it is leadership, just owning things in your own life it's a huge perspective change. Listening to that book.
Oh yeah.
You know the Jocko's podcast, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've seen him on other people's podcasts.
He's
but I haven't
also
listened
got
to
like
his
a
own.
clothing
Yeah, he's-
brand and stuff.
Oh,
And
that's sweet.
boots and all this. Oh yeah.
He's a cool dude.
All made in America.
Sweet. I'll have to check that out.
Wake up at 4 a.m. Nothing more, nothing less.
Eat glass.
Yeah. Like, fuck, all right.
Drink shit. Stay hard.
Yeah. So,
That reminds me of a video I saw. I think it was either Andrew or Tristan Tate, which that's a whole
Hell
whole,
yeah.
whole
Oh,
conversation
yep.
on its own. But
Pro Tate.
one of them was like, "Yeah, I go to bed at 6 in the morning and I wake up at 5:59, 1 minute less of sleep, and then I go through my whole day." It's just so funny how they act up like they're these tough guys. But
that sounds like some Andrew shit.
yeah,
That's
I sleep in the Lambo while I'm driving.
Basically.
His Bugatti did.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. So now you do printer sales, and what else?
yeah. So my official title they gave me is managed print consultant. What that means is I sell printer insurance. You pay me a monthly payment. I give you the toner. I repair it. I give you the actual printer, all included in that monthly payment. So
So a subscription service for printers.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
fantastic.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Subscriptions are
That's
the
awesome,
future.
bro.
It really, unless you're in a larger corporation, you don't know about it.
Yeah.
Just because you don't need it for your home printer. But yeah, so I work with larger companies with their printer fleets, and I also am starting to learn the software side. So once you get into software, there's not a whole lot of cost when it comes to putting software on someone's printer, so you can make a lot of money.
Okay.
How did you get involved in printers? Of all things.
My
It's
dad.
like,
So my dad has
Okay.
been selling copiers for the past 20 plus years.
fudge.
And I served a church service mission for a couple years out of high school. And I got back and had 3 months before I started college. So my dad's like, "Hey, just come sell copiers with me. You might make a little bit of money." And I've stayed ever since. So
Hell yeah.
I've made enough money to stay.
That's awesome.
Where did you go on your mission?
Down to Peru in
Oh.
Arequipa. So it's like on the southern border with Chile.
That's
You
cool.
lost all your Spanish yet?
Most of it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's been 4 years now, so I've lost most of it.
You got back 4 years ago?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you for that long, dude.
Dude.
It's been a minute.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I forgot you existed till I walked in the other day and I was like,
Yeah.
holy fuck.
Yeah, when everyone was walking in and looking at me like, "What the heck? What's this dude doing here?"
Yeah. Yeah, we
crazy.
graduated high school in 2016, dude.
Yeah,
When Daddy Trump got in.
Oh, yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah. It's been a long time, turns out.
Shoot.
That was wild. I even remember the Obama days. He was in there for 8
Yeah, me
years.
too.
Oh, yeah.
All of
I
it.
feel like I blinked. I'm all, wait, what's happening? There's a corpse in office.
Where am I?
Just like, what do I do? I don't even know these days.
Yeah.
How is your
getting
mission,
wild
though? Any experiences that stand out quite a bit there?
It's got to be pretty dangerous down there, isn't it?
Honestly, it is dangerous, but I never once in my 2 years was scared. Like, I would walk through the streets late at night. It'd be dark. We'd go through alleyways. It helps when you're 6'4", and people are looking up to you like, "Who is this guy?" So that might be part of it. But also just when you're serving a mission, there's a certain level of respect that the people have.
I've heard they have real big respect for missionaries
Yeah.
when you go to other countries.
I never experienced anything myself, but my older brother that served in Chile, he had a gang leader come to him,
Hell yeah.
and he said, "Hey, like my mom's talking to you guys. She believes in your church. Like if anyone gives you trouble, just know we got your back. So at least in
That's
Chile,
crazy.
like the gangs there respect them a lot, and I think that's kind of throughout South America that they have respect for the missionaries.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
It was sweet.
They don't mess with the Lord's men.
Right?
I wouldn't want to either. Any religious people
Yeah.
just doing their thing, being peaceful, would be like, no, we don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
These are,
Now
these are the Lord's chips.
there were some missionaries that would have stories of getting robbed or whatnot,
Yeah.
but luckily I never ran into it.
I mean, what do they have? What do you have to rob?
The Book of Mormon did.
Yeah, they're gonna take your
Yeah,
book.
we give them the free book. We give the people. Like, sometimes we have a little bit of cash to like
Oh, okay,
take
yeah.
a taxi or
Yeah.
whatnot. So that they actually tell us to take basically $20 with you. So if someone does try and rob you, you just give them the $20.
So
$20 is generally a lot outside of America.
Yeah, that was like $60 to them, which
Nice.
is a decent amount.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So I've got a question about the girls down there because I have a buddy that works with me that he served a mission. I can't remember where it was. It was down in South America somewhere. He said that the families try to marry their daughters off to you, like missionaries.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'd be teaching a girl around your same age, and you'd get to a point where you're like, okay, I don't know if she actually cares about the message or if she's just kind of hitting on us or
She's
whatnot.
got those dreamy eyes.
So you'd have to be careful with that. And yeah, the members would joke a lot with, yeah, after your mission, come back and you can marry my daughter or different stuff like that.
You're like, all right,
I was like, nope.
options are open, baby.
No, that's why I got back and I found a girl down in St. George and got married fast.
Sealed the deal.
Yeah,
How
'cause
fast did you get married?
so I got back August of 2018 and I was married October of 2019. So a year and 2 months.
That's not that
Too
fast.
slow.
That's
Yeah,
slower
but
than me.
I met the girl after my mission. So it was someone I hadn't
All right.
met before, which in the church, yeah, a lot of people get married faster than that. But
Look, the real question is how long before you got engaged?
ooh, that's a good question. We
If
started
it's more than
dating-
3 months, too long.
Dating in February, engaged in June, so I missed it by a month. I waited 4 months.
You know, I'll say that's acceptable.
Yeah, it was close.
That's
But I got the ring in May, and I waited to June to propose on my birthday.
It counts.
So that's
Nice.
Yeah,
Why did you say that's not fast enough?
because we're in
3-month
Utah,
cutoff.
dude.
You got a 3-month cutoff as a missionary when you come back.
Oh,
yeah. You have to
As
get
a
engaged
missionary.
before the goggles come off and
Yeah,
all the
gotta stick
the
with your
truth comes out.
stereotype.
So, are you still part of the church?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I got back from a mission, and you can ask my family. I told them I'm not gonna date seriously until my year mark, and then after a year I'll start dating seriously. And then I was engaged before I was even home a year. So,
Excellent. Do you have your own house and all that, or do you live with your parents?
So I live in my uncle's basement.
Okay.
Yeah, so
There you
just north of here actually. My uncle built the house and built it with a basement apartment specifically to rent out to family, so it makes it nice.
that's cool.
Sick.
Because buying a house right now is insane.
No fucking chance.
Yeah. So we're just saving up for down payment, and we hope one day we'll have enough for it.
Yeah. You'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll all get there. Someday.
Penny a day.
But no, we've made a big jump because down in St. George we were living in a 800 square foot 1-bed 1-bath apartment,
Ouch.
and then we moved up here to I don't even know how it's over 1,000 square feet, well over, and it's 3-bed 1-bath with just a huge living room. So it's nice.
That's not bad
That's
at all.
really
Oh
nice.
yeah, how's your payment? If you don't
500
mind
a
me
month.
asking.
Yeah.
500. Very nice. Hell yeah.
If there's any family listening, I'm sorry.
That's the tits, though, dude. Get it
Never
while it's cheap.
apologize.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
That's
no,
very
it's
nice.
Eat
it's
your
very
glass and
nice.
like it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
How is it being married and having a kid and all that? Like, how does it change your life versus when you were single?
So getting married, it changes your life because you have to basically collaborate with someone else in everything you decide to do.
Oh, is that what that's called?
Yeah, it's they call it, what is it? They say compromise, but there's no
Oh,
compromise
right,
in
yeah.
marriage. The man does what the woman wants most of the time. So
That's what I've
it's
heard.
collaborating. No, but you don't for me, it wasn't as much responsibility that you pick up once you're married. It's more just you have to work as a team. But then once you have a kid, that's a huge responsibility shift.
Yeah.
And I was living alone for a while. So as far as like doing the dishes, doing the laundry, cleaning up, those responsibilities were already mine.
Mm-hmm.
So getting married, I actually had less because then we were able to split it. But once you get a kid, just changing diapers, making bottles, waking up in the middle of the night. Even her and I both still work. She works at the hospital and does night shifts a lot of times. So she sleeps all day. We either have to get a babysitter, or if it's the weekend, I am on baby duty, even though I've been working all week. So you just, it's quite a bit of responsibility. You don't get to get home from work and just relax all afternoon. Kind of like we were talking about, from 8 to 5 I work. From 5:36 to 9 when she goes to bed, I'm on family time. And then after that, if I don't go to bed, then I can do my own stuff.
So how often do you sit at the bottom of a shower and cry?
Normally Sunday mornings.
Look, I know you're Mormon, but a shower beer is crazy.
Yeah.
Shower Dr. Pepper.
Shower Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
What?
those will go hard.
I got to
too.
get the cream soda ones. These ones are good.
They're
Yeah,
good.
they are.
There's a good book I think every man should read. It's called Never Split the Difference.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're in a relationship.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I think so. This is gonna peg me as a nerd, but that's actually on my list. I have 100 books that I've outlined that I want to read before I'm 30, and that's one of them on my list.
It's a good one.
So-
It's
Was our list 100 books? I don't think it was quite 100, but
We had a lot, though.
we had a list.
Oh, nice.
Do we even have the website still?
I think we still pay for it.
Oh shit! I totally forgot about the website.
Yeah, me too.
You may. Well,
We have a
what's the website
website.
called?
infinitysummitgroup.com.
Oh, it's for the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I just stopped using it like a year ago.
Yeah, it was like all of our merch and everything, but we stopped using it.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yep. So it's just out there in the ether being paid
Hey,
for.
fire that back up. E-commerce stuff is big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but your page has to be big for
Yeah.
your e-commerce to be big.
Yeah.
So that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
When we hit our 100th episode, we plan on doing a big marketing campaign, and then I'll ramp up the website and all that. Yeah.
That'll be sweet.
So can Mormons not drink? This might be a stupid question, but I've seen a lot that go out and party, and then the next day they go and repent for all their sins.
I mean, it's a commandment not to drink,
Okay.
but there's also commandments.
Wait a
to-
minute. There's more than 10?
Right. So
Hold on.
You
I
got-
didn't know the commandments could have amendments.
you got like
What the fuck happened?
It's
10
the preamble,
commandments.
dude.
You got the word of wisdom, which
You're right.
you guys have heard.
I've
about
heard
a
of the
little
word of
bit.
wisdom.
Isn't that why you don't eat meat or some shit?
We can eat meat. It's the main 4 things when the word of wisdom's talked about is no coffee, no tea, no alcohol, no tobacco or other drugs, like illegal drugs.
Right.
There's another part of it that no one really talks about, but that I like to focus on. It says all things in moderation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can eat meat, but if you're eating meat for every meal, or even like if you're drinking soda like nonstop all day, just drinking over 100 ounces a day, like that's bad too. Even though it doesn't explicitly say no soda or no meat, it does say all things in moderation. So that's the part I focus on,
Yeah.
of just making sure I'm living a healthy lifestyle.
For sure.
What about seafood? I heard in there that like fish is okay, but not crab.
Yeah, I can eat fish and crab.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was
Crab's
going to say,
fucking
crab
delicious.
is
so
good. You got to have crab.
Yeah, I
That goes
don't
with
think
the-
I've ever heard of anything about no crab or no types of seafood.
Oh, our family's done that. Yeah, no red meat in the summer. But you can do fish. No crab because it's a bottom feeder like pig. So it's
Oh,
a bottom
gotcha.
feeder. And
Yeah,
then-
that's how we were raised.
Sounds kind of Jewy to me,
right.
you know?
It is, but Dallin did that for a lot of years, and it made him lose weight doing that. And
He can't even
It's
fucking
healthy.
eat bacon, bro. That sucks.
So sad.
Dude,
Yep.
after this diet that I've started, I'm like fucking vegetarian after this. Sicking me out. Because I'm the one cooking the meat. Fucking. Literally, I cut the bag of meat open, dude. Beef,
Yeah.
blood. Swear, I was like,
It's not blood, it's ribosomes. So
What?
they drain the blood out of the animals. What you see, that red juice,
yeah.
is just liquid from the meat and ribosomes. Ribosomes are red. That's what your proteins are kind of made out of, or like gives them the red tint. So that's what you're seeing is ribosome juice.
That doesn't make it any better.
Looks fucking gross.
I know, dude. After killing my elk, we cooked up some steaks, and I was just like, this
Sounds
feels
so
weird.
Have an intimate relationship with this animal. Damn it.
I looked into its eyes.
Yeah.
So I remember you talking about that on last week's podcast. Are you getting the antlers mounted?
Yeah, they're actually done. I just got to go pick them up.
Oh, that's
So I'm
sweet.
excited.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
dope.
I need to learn more about these amendments to the commandments. I don't remember no drinking in the commandments in the original
Yeah.
10.
Well, there is
So,
a-
have you guys heard of the Doctrine and Covenants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it talks about it in there.
That was like the add-on to it or whatever.
If you talked to me about it 4 years
Expansion
ago,
pack.
I would tell you the exact part of it to read in, but it's been so long I forget the exact parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it talks about the word of wisdom in there, and goes in detail about the tea and coffee. And it actually doesn't say tea and coffee in the scripture.
Mm-hmm.
It just says no hot drinks. And then later, one of the prophets specified like no tea, no coffee.
Right.
So, and that's one of the, I wouldn't say the hottest topics when it comes to commandments within our church, but it's one of the more debatable ones where people will say, well, if it says hot drinks, does that mean you can't drink hot cocoa in the winter and different stuff like that? And something our church is pushing towards right now with a few changes is more revelation-based lifestyle of these are the scriptures, this is what God has commanded, this is the direction he gives us.
Mm-hmm.
But at the base or foundation of each commandment, for example, the word of wisdom, it's live a healthy lifestyle. God's given us our bodies. Like, make sure you take care of it. So then it's on us to follow, don't drink alcohol and tobacco because we know that's bad for us in excess and it's easy
Yeah.
to get addicted to it. But
Mhm.
also make sure if I had a buddy that would eat certain foods in Peru and it'd make him sick.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm not going to eat that anymore. Like, obviously, if we're eating something that's doing our body damage, we should probably not partake of that anymore.
I was gonna say the word of wisdom is more like a guideline, wasn't it? It's
Yeah.
kind of like guidelines, not really rules, and it's for health because like
Pirates of the Caribbean.
more like guidelines. No, because like hot drinks, like they're not good for your stomach, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
there,
really good for your body.
I'm trying to remember
Like warm
what
water?
doctor it was.
Very good for
I
you.
thought I like saw something where, because like Chinese people drink a lot of tea, right? Whereas the Japanese, I don't know, one of them, but they were saying
Probably
it was
all of
like
them.
ruining their stomach lining because they drink so much tea.
Well, then that might be the case. That's
Like
not
Uncle
following.
Iro.
That's not following moderation, right?
Uncle
But no,
Iro.
like warm. You think about it. Does sugar dissolve better in warm water or cold water?
Warm.
Warm water. Yeah. So if you're having warm drinks, such as just like even warm water with some lemon in it, that's going to be super healthy for you to be able to actually absorb the nutrients from your food or whatever, wherever else, your supplements into your body. Helps diffuse it and put it in that liquid form. So warm water is super good for you, but like
Probably not.
if you're drinking
Overdoing
it,
it.
if you're drinking it in the form of coffee all the time or tea or whatever, then it may not be as good for you.
Dude, are you guys supposed to like memorize the Book of Mormon when you go on missions?
No. The main thing they focus on is your testimony. So your belief or knowledge of the truthfulness of it. That way, it's kind of like if you're on a podcast telling people stuff, if you truly believe something to be your opinion, yeah, share it. If don't just blatantly lie. So they want you to at least read the Book of Mormon to a point where you believe it or know it to be true. That way, when you go give it to other people and tell them to read it, you can say, I believe this is true. And if you read it, it'll be good for you.
It's easier to sell if you like the product.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have you read it?
That makes sense.
I don't remember the exact number. I want to say around 5, all the way through.
Father Muck. Dude, I don't get it. I've opened it before and it's like, thou art the holiest spiritual guides. I'm like, what the fuck is thou? You lost me at the first word.
Yeah, so that,
So
that was
I
actually,
commend you for that.
it was really interesting on my mission because it's, like you said, hard to read in English because of the old English in the book. Try learning regular Spanish and then reading the old version of Spanish after learning regular Spanish. Yeah, it was really hard to read the Book of Mormon in Spanish.
That's why he had to read it 5 times.
Yeah, I
So he
had
could
to-
understand it once.
Yeah. I basically just studied it super good in English and memorized where stuff was at. So in Spanish, I had an idea of what it was saying when I was reading it.
Yeah.
But then after about a year on my mission, I could actually understand the Spanish good enough to read it in Spanish and explain what it was saying.
So do you know
That's
where
crazy.
it kind of like took place? Because I've always wondered that they're talking about like the Lamanites and different
Yeah.
things. That was that in South America?
Yeah. So it actually starts in Europe, or I'm gonna screw it up now after knowing it so well before. But
With
Lehi,
Nephi and Lehi, right?
yeah, and his family were in Jerusalem. In the Bible, Jerusalem's destroyed. So just before Jerusalem gets destroyed, they branch off and they leave, get on a boat, and come over to the Americas. And then that's where the story takes place, is over in the Americas.
Okay.
And how many years ago was this? Well, first of all, how many years old is the Earth according to like the Bible and stuff? I've heard like between 7 and 11,000 years.
That's
is
what I'm not
kinda
100% sure. I always think that it's like around 7,000 years. That's not anything to do with the Bible.
Right.
That's just kind of what I
That's what's
imagine.
in the brain.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where I get that from, but
You want a crazy book to read?
what's that?
It's called Fingerprints of the Gods
By who?
by Graham Hancock.
Okay, I haven't heard of him, but yeah.
It'll blow your fucking mind. It's like, as I was reading it, it's on YouTube. You can just listen to it.
Oh, sweet.
But as I was listening to it, I was just like, what in the hell is even history anymore? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'll have to give that one a
It's-
listen to.
it's cool.
I'm a big fan of free books that I can listen to.
Yeah.
I
There you go.
tried, and he kept going into all these maps and shit that
It's
like
so
didn't
cool.
exist or some
Confused me.
shit. I'm like, what in the hell is he talking
Well,
about?
maps that didn't exist anymore, but someone drew a map based on those older maps
Yeah.
that were destroyed in the Library of Alexandria. And so the map that was alive had a bunch of this old stuff on it that is underwater currently. It's just,
Oh, wow.
Atlantis.
you'll have to read it. It's cool.
Yeah, that sounds
Fingerprints of
sweet.
the Gods, you guys. Crazy.
So what's the point of not swearing?
It's just a personal choice.
It's rude.
Because you sound
yeah.
fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know if there's even
That's why we stopped swearing originally, remember?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a replacement for vocabulary.
right.
Right. But it's so good.
I mean, I'm tempted at times.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that's like part of the doctrine or whatever.
We do have a First Strength of Youth pamphlet that talks about not using vulgar language. I don't know of any actual commandments that don't say you can't swear. I know many adults within the church that do swear, but it's just a personal choice of mine that I don't like to swear.
I mean, it makes you look smarter when you're not like talking about like vulgar shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
Fuck's a good word.
Fuck is a good word.
Okay, one more question about the church.
Yeah.
Because this has turned into a church conversation, not
It's
an
fun.
interview.
Yeah,
It is. So, aren't they incorporating the LGBTQ plus sideways business into the church now? Where, like, they were against it for a while, is that correct?
Yes and no. Can you elaborate more on your question?
Like, aren't they basically just saying, okay, yeah, anything and everything is welcome into the church? And is that just to follow the trend and to not have the Mormon church be canceled, in quotations? Or is that because they actually believe, okay, now this is a right thing that's being produced by God, for example?
Gotcha. So my understanding, and there's a lot of, every 6 months we have the general conference within the church where the prophets and apostles actually address certain issues as well as doctrine. My understanding was at first they came out and they just explained the doctrine of we don't believe in gay marriage. We believe in marriage between a man and a woman. That's still the current belief. But due to a lot of backlash and harsh feelings, not only directed at the church, because the church has been hit by a lot of stuff, obviously,
Sure.
because of their beliefs, but more so members within the church that were a part of that community, getting hate from other members, they came out and said, okay, guys, we still are accepting of people coming to church, participating. Yeah, maybe they can't get married because of their beliefs or because of their feelings. We still don't believe in gay marriage, but we should still love one another, because that's one of God's first commandments is love one another. So
That makes sense.
when you hear that it's more accepted now, it's not the actions that are accepted, it's the people.
Okay.
So similar to someone that's an alcoholic, drinks coffee, tea, addicted to porn, addicted to drugs, anything like that. Yeah, we don't condone those actions. We're
Yeah.
against that. But we accept the people and we love the people, regardless of the sin.
Okay.
I'm going to hell.
That makes sense.
I'm on the highway.
No, I thought this was kind of funny. It's kind of like off topic, but I had somebody try to convince me that everyone's a little gay. I was just like, no, I'm not. And they're like, it's a spectrum. You're probably just like a little gay. I'm like, no.
No. That's funny. Yeah, no, I can assure you I'm not even
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if it's your thing, it's your thing, but it's definitely not mine.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
So, no, I'm fine with any questions about the church.
Yeah.
So you mentioned taking off the glasses after you came back from your mission. Elaborate on that for us.
Taking off the goggles?
Yeah.
Me goggles.
So, in that instance, I was referring to when you first start dating someone, you have those those perfect goggles where everything they do is perfect for those first few months, and then the truth starts coming out of, okay, this thing annoys me or that thing annoys me. So, I was joking that we have to get engaged within 3 months before we realize, okay, we really don't want to get married.
I thought you meant the goggles for the church, or like the coming back from your mission on that high and riding it,
gotcha.
and then you actually step into reality of everyday living.
Yeah, no,
My bad.
that hit me within the first month I was back.
Like a slap to the face.
Because you study 1 hour personal study of just scriptures or other church material. Mm-hmm. You study 1 hour with your companion, so you share ideas, kind of collaborate, ask each other questions. So every day for 2 years, you essentially have 2 hours of deep, dedicated study on church doctrine. And you get back and you think, okay, I'm going to be this perfect person. I'm going to keep studying. And then you wake up at 8 a.m. to go to your job, and you're like, I'm not waking up an hour early to study the
scriptures. Not 1 second earlier.
So that was a slap in the face. And then you obviously go through, I don't know what would be a good analogy for you guys, but basically you're on this high of spirituality, and then you can't maintain it, so you feel like crap. You're like, I'm not reading, I'm not praying as much, and you just go into this low of, I'm not a saint anymore. I'm a sinner. And
I'll pray harder
for us, that's called impact.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's what happened when these guys, when everyone went through impact. You're on a high, and then you're like, oh, shit. Reality's hitting.
Yeah.
But the good part is that a lot of those things stick with you. Like, you're not going to feel like that.
Oh, yeah.
That spiritual high forever.
And he's always going to have his mission with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and it's something I'd say not every day, but at least once a week I look back on, and there's something I can pull from that experience to help me even now. So,
Would you go on another one?
no.
Fuck that shit.
It was such a great experience because of how hard it was, and just due to the difficulty, I couldn't make myself go out again. That's the best way I can explain it. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't go back and not do it. I'm glad I did it, but I couldn't make myself, knowing how difficult it was to leave for 2 years, to learn a new language from scratch, because I didn't take any Spanish in high school. I got down there, and I was supposed to be doing this work day in and day out that I couldn't even do because I didn't speak the language. So for the first 6 months, I was basically just walking around being a shadow to someone else that knew how to speak Spanish while I was learning it.
Would you say, like, people are more, I'd say, willing to hear your message down there as opposed to America? Because I feel like if you tried that in America, people would be like, go fuck yourself.
We have a lot of missionaries in America.
I can't speak to America just because every state's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I know my brother-in-law that served in London said he had a really hard time getting people to talk to him compared to what it sounds like my experience was in Peru.
Probably got called cunt over there a lot.
Probably. No, but each state's just so different. I have a couple of cousins or friends that have gone to different states, and some say that they were talking to people all the time. Others say they were knocking doors all day, kind of like door-to-door salespeople, just getting the door slammed in their face all the time. So, but no, in Peru, there's a lot of Catholicism, so they're at least willing to listen to you. It's more the commitment that's an issue.
Yeah.
People will love your message, agree with it, and then you'll invite them to go to church or to read the Book of Mormon, and then they just won't do it.
Gotcha. All right. So let's switch things over to the financial side. Do you ever plan on, like, running your own business or anything like that? Or what's your financial plan for the future, I guess?
I'd love to run my own business. I have a Nevada LLC that's open for my Amazon FBA stuff that I've been doing, as well as a Utah one. I opened up 2 separate ones, one for the affiliate marketing side, one for the Amazon FBA. The one is obviously dead in the water right now. So luckily, there's not a lot of fees with it. And then the other one, I did about $50,000 of sales on Amazon,
Oh, nice.
which sounds impressive, but
Wait, what was the time frame?
I did 50,000 in probably 4 or 5 months, so about 10,000 a month. But that was with someone else running it that I paid to run it, so they already knew the ropes and how to do it. I haven't done any sales for myself.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to figure it out still in the little bit of time I have. But after I saw that you can do about 10,000 a month selling on Amazon, I was like, that's some serious business. I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
Is that drop shipping?
Yeah, that was drop shipping. They've really put a stop to that. They don't like people drop shipping as much, just because if you send it into their fulfillment center, they get to take a fee out of everything, so more money for Amazon. So they try and stop drop shippers, make it all go through their fulfillment centers, so they
Gotcha.
get more money from it.
Okay.
So
Of course.
yeah, it's Amazon. They got to make money, right?
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but as far as running my own business, I think long term I'd like to be a financial planner of sorts.
Okay.
I'm a nerd. I love learning
Yeah.
about stocks, investments, retirement, anything to do with finances. I read about it. I watch videos on it. I don't think I'll start anything like that soon. I think I'll work either at Dex Imaging, where I work right now, doing printers for the next 5 to 10 years, and then start it later in life.
Gotcha. Okay. It's gonna be safe for you.
You've come
Yeah.
to the right people.
But one thing I do want to start before I have my own business is I want to get some investment properties. I know Noah's into it. I'm sure you guys are as well. But I do want to start a portfolio of real estate, whether just my own or working with some partners, getting some properties.
Yeah. I think
Get
that's
yourself some silver.
Yeah.
But silver, I'll have you know, silver is not an investment, and I've said that before. It is a
Value hold.
it is a value hold
Yep.
asset. Okay, it's a hedge against inflation kind of thing.
Right.
Good.
No, I'd agree with that. And I mean, we talked about this the other day. Money now is as real as monopoly money now that we're off the gold standard.
Yeah.
Luckily, enough people still believe in it that
That's
it
all
works.
there is.
But it's as real as a cryptocurrency at this
Correct.
point.
Yeah.
It's just more people are familiar and trust it. So it's a scary world knowing that inflation's so high and the money could just go away. So having silver
Yeah.
and gold's definitely a smart choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't bricks being made or something to take over the United States currency?
I've not heard about that.
I think it's bricks. It's like what is it? Brazil, Russia, China, India, and
Oh, yeah.
some other people that are all coming together to try and take over the American dollar and have their currency be the currency.
Of the world.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why you get assets with your dollars.
Yeah.
You use debt. Nah.
Don't quote me on that, by the way, because
I don't want to speak more
I
about
don't know how
that.
that's spelled.
Use debt wisely.
Right.
debt
Right.
wisely.
Yeah. Use good debt.
Not financial advice.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
What is good debt to you?
Good debt to me is using other people's money to get assets that pay off the debt.
Okay.
So anytime you can take money from someone else to buy something that will return that money to them so you don't have to yourself, that's good debt. So like taking out a mortgage on a rental property, you're taking someone else's money, someone else is paying the rent, that's paying off the mortgage, and in my mind that's good debt. Now, of course, it's still risky debt,
Yeah.
because if rent goes down and it's not covering the full mortgage payment, if you can't get a renter, there's a whole bunch of things that could make what seems like good debt into bad debt. But just like
Okay.
any investment, there's risk to it.
Absolutely. That's cool. So, we ask most all of our guests this: do you budget?
I try to. I at least track my spending each month.
Yeah.
I don't really stick super hard to a budget just because I'm always positive. I'd say 10 out of 12 months. The 2 months that I have to pay my college, it's a big hit, but
Yeah. Fair enough.
yeah, no, but the rest of the months I stay positive, and that's how I build up and
Yeah.
just pay my college without taking loans out on it.
And are you able to store a decent amount in savings, like long term, or is it kind of like most of that money goes towards investing in yourself through college?
Right now, the majority goes to investing in myself. I try and do the $6,000 a month or a year into the Roth IRA. I was doing the 401k till I realized that for me that was not the right choice.
Oh, it's straight robbery.
Yep, I learned that was not a great choice for me, just for how I want to do my investments.
Yeah.
So I've put a little bit aside for crypto. And then other than that, we just are tucking it away in a separate account for our down payment on our house.
Nice. Heck yeah.
BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard about that before.
Yeah.
I've heard about BRICS. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's just a currency
Huh.
created in 2001, I guess. So,
Okay.
but either way, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to take away. I just
you're
wanted to
good.
clarify.
That's good to know.
That's cool. I'm glad you're investing in yourself and keeping in mind that you are your most valuable asset, right?
Right.
You and your wife are your most valuable assets.
Exactly.
Good.
And it's hard for me to even understand sometimes and have that confidence in myself, but really when you look at investments, you want the highest rate of return, highest percentage, and my own mind and understanding of how to make money is definitely going to be the highest rate of return I can get. So
Yeah. Well, you can think about it this way: in the Mormon culture, you believe that each soul is eternal,
right,
you in and of yourself. So why wouldn't you be your most valuable asset anyways?
right.
You're the only eternal asset that's gonna carry over, right?
Yeah, no, and there's some doctrine there that we can go into another time because I'd want to have the scriptures prepared for it. But essentially, it talks about how anything we learn or gain in this life, like intellect,
with you?
will stay with us going into the eternities. Obviously, not like your material things. It's more education, family relationships, stuff like that.
So you don't think there's real estate in heaven?
I mean, with the plans I have, I hope so, but at the same time, I doubt it.
I've been putting away in that karma bank, baby.
Right?
That's funny. So you want to get into real estate. You already play with cryptos. You want to or already play with stocks?
I played with stocks.
Played with stocks.
I learned that I'm terrible at it.
Okay.
I don't have the time to learn the charts and really study the companies well enough. So
Okay.
I've put a stop to that. Now I just put it all into mutual funds or index funds, where it's more a collective group of stocks. Just a little bit safer until I have time to dedicate, which I get myself into too many projects all at the same time. I probably won't go back into individual stocks.
Mm-hmm.
So more just the crypto side is a gamble with a little bit of money, hoping that it'll skyrocket again.
Yeah.
And then the mutual funds for long-term retirement investments.
Okay. It does seem like specialization is the way to make good money, because jack of all trades is a master of none,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's not the full thing though.
Yeah,
Better
that
than
is not-
master of one. Is what it
Yeah, I
says.
was just
Yeah,
gonna
there
say
you go,
that.
there you go.
I love the second part of that. So,
Yeah. So. it
but
is
no, I
interesting.
agree. There's benefits to both specializing and having multiple masteries
Mhm.
of things you can excel in. Definitely going to specialize in marketing. I see the value in that.
Yeah.
Specifically copywriting. That's a huge thing right now.
So what is that? Because I've heard about
you're
that
gonna
a
have
lot.
to hit us up.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Essentially, it's basically the ability to create ads that will grab someone's attention.
That's copywriting.
That's my understanding of it so far. Because you have like digital marketing, people make stuff to put on Instagram or just online anywhere.
Right.
And copywriting is the actual wording of advertising or marketing. That might be completely wrong. So if we get hit up in the comments for me explaining it bad, I apologize. But no, that's my understanding. It's basically you want to have someone that knows what keywords to put in it, kind of like SEO for your website, so it gets a lot of views. You want to make sure you're putting the right words for brand recognition. So using the same words over and over again in your marketing, stuff that'll grab the attention, make sense to people, and people pay a lot of money for that.
And for the listeners, SEO is search engine optimization.
Yeah.
Basically, you want to appear at the top when someone searches you, right?
Yep, exactly.
Or someone searches keywords.
Yep.
And you're getting better at that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of my college, and then also just on the side from looking into affiliate marketing. A big part of that is being able to copyright, because you're promoting either yourself in your own course that you're selling or other people's products. So you have to be able to copyright, look at their ads, make ads similar to theirs using the same words, so that you create a funnel basically.
Yeah.
You're at the bottom of this funnel. You pitch the product, then they go deeper into the funnel until at the end they see the final product and can purchase it. Yeah.
That would be cool. We'll have to talk to you when we get to 100 episodes.
Okay, too. I'll do some more studying in between now and then. What do we got? 19 more. This is 81.
82.
82.
I think so.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
18 more. I got a
running
little
short.
bit of time.
Yeah, got like 18 weeks.
Yep.
It'll probably be more like 25 with
Yeah.
the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Mhm.
Now you're doing flight school. There was someone else last week that said they are thinking about doing flight school. Who was that? You?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going into it. I work at a bar right now. I'm a bartender, but I'm just kind of getting bored of it.
Yeah.
So I make a lot of money. It's decent. in
I've heard
winter.
that you can make a ton of money.
Yeah, it's really good money.
What's the most you made in a day again?
12?
1,200?
Yeah.
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 So.
Is that mainly on the weekends that it's big?
Yeah, so where we're at, I work at the highest grossing bar in Utah. So we sell the most alcohol out of any establishment
Oh, wow.
in Utah. And yeah, during the winter, it's insane. Like, it's stupid.
He works in Park City.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, yeah, that's the party town.
Tourists.
Yeah,
greatest
people
snow
go there
on
to
earth.
have fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's
a
awesome.
A lot of rich people. So it's good, yeah. I think the most I made was 1,200 in a day just because I was on a double,
Yeah.
But that's like doubles there is not like 16 hours. It's like 18.
Wow.
That's long. So,
Yeah, that's very long.
but yeah, I kind of want to go into something else, and he's been talking to me and getting me excited about flying. So,
That's sweet. Are you looking at doing that 7-month program?
I don't know anything about it yet. I have
Okay.
no clue.
You're just kind of
This is
the
the seed, the
talk
thought.
about it stage.
Yeah.
No, that's sweet. And then, Jesse,
cars.
are you in college, done with college?
Didn't do it.
Not doing college? What
Nope.
What do you do for work?
Paint cars.
Paint cars? Very
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah,
He makes pretty good money too.
I do. I do like doing it too.
That's another thing Noah and I talked about. If you know a trade that you can just do and not go to college, that is a great route to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, depending on the day, because we get commission, I make between $30 and $40 an hour, so it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's super good. Because there's a lot of people that go into thousands of dollars of debt over 4 years, and then they make less than or equal to that, and
Yeah.
then they're paying off debt for the next forever.
16 hours.
Most
or
people who are going
$16 an
into
hour.
college right now, like I've asked so many people that are going through college talking about their debt and stuff. Okay, how much debt are you in, and how much do you plan on getting in? Okay, how do you plan on paying it off? And they all, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'm like, what the? And student loans, you can't get rid of those.
Right.
They're stuck with you forever.
Right. And that's why I say if you have a trade. I'm not saying don't go to college, it's stupid. There are some things, obviously, we want a pilot to go to school. We don't want our pilots flying without the proper training.
Yeah, whatever.
We want our doctors. But if there's something you're good at or you know how to do or have a mentor that can teach you without paying all the fees of going to college, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
Go to a trade
Agreed.
school.
Yeah, trade school.
that's what I did. So much better. I still would have been working on my degree down at UVU with the
Really?
pilot stuff. I probably would be about finishing that program around now. And I started that one when I was like 18 or 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
No thanks.
So this one I got done and finished, and now I'm instructing.
It's worth it. Sweet.
Yeah. All the way from when I started the program to when I was instructing was a year and a half, I think.
Oh yeah.
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 So quick.
So it was very fast, yeah.
It'd be fun to be a doctor.
No, it wouldn't.
Kinda.
You're always stressed out and could kill people. That doesn't sound fun to me at all.
Easy, bro.
I almost did, so that's why I went down to St. George, to Dixie. I was gonna go into radiology, so basically just sit in a dark room, look at X-rays all day, diagnose patients,
Oh.
and
You have cancer.
yeah, I was
You're
like,
gonna die.
and part of my long-term goal, which I hate saying this because sometimes I put goals out there and then I never do them, so I'm hoping this is one I actually stick to, but long-term, I'm talking 30 plus years. I want to be part of a research team, either financially supporting it or if I go back to school to help find a better cure for cancer. Because obviously we have chemo that does cure some people,
Very cool.
But there's got to be better stuff out there because I've had multiple people close in my family. The closest one recently was an uncle that went through chemo and then was worse off because the chemo just destroyed his body and he wasn't able to recover.
Yeah, it destroys your immune system. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And-
do you think a lot of people are under the belief that they've already discovered the cure to cancer, but they don't want to release it? Do you think that's true?
I would like to stay alive, so I'm just gonna give you my answer in person and not say anything on the podcast.
You don't want to be suicided? That's weird.
Yeah, I would never commit suicide for anyone listening.
I think we said
That's what
that.
they all say.
What I will say is one of the people that I was very close to that passed away from cancer would go to the doctors, and when treatment options were explained to him, there were two men in dark suits that would stand in the corner and listen in on the conversation.
Seriously?
So, yeah. That's direct from him that he had that conversation with me, so I'll just leave it at that.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And part of me believes, this is just my own thoughts, a president or a prime minister or someone higher up, they have to have better treatment options that are only available to them. Either one, because of how expensive it is, or two, they're keeping it secret because of the money side on chemo treatments that they're making so much money from that. If there is a better option that's cheaper, they don't want to release it. I don't know what the truth is, but I do believe there's something more available.
Yep.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised that stuff's not cheap.
Right.
Oh yeah, and tip for listeners: ask for an itemized receipt every time
Oh,
you go
yes.
to the hospital.
I've heard that.
Because they charge you up the ass for random shit.
Yep.
They also make it way cheaper if you just say, I'm not going to pay it because I can't.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard stories of that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, when my mom had her heart attack? No. What was
Stroke.
it? Stroke, yeah. It was like $100,000, and my dad was like, well, we just can't pay $100,000, so they dropped it to like 6.
Yeah, in fact, when my wife and I were first pregnant, I'm trying to remember why we didn't. I don't think we had insurance for her yet. So when we'd go to her appointments, we'd say, yeah, we don't have insurance. We're just going to pay in cash ourselves. And then they're, oh, okay, well, the price is X amount now because you're getting the cash discount.
Yeah.
Or you're paying yourself. And it was significant how much lower they let you pay when it's not going through insurance.
Well, right, and then it's
Yeah.
that much. You can be like, well, it's this or bankruptcy, and then all of a sudden they'll work with you.
Right.
Yeah.
We were gonna rob you, but I think we can cut a deal.
Right.
We went through insurance for our baby and stuff, and I think all of our expenses, all told, before insurance kicked in, was gonna be like $35,000,
Wow.
and then after insurance went through, it was like $10,000 for everything. But still, it's expensive. We're
insane.
still paying it off. Yeah.
Yeah, kids are expensive.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, got to get a Costco membership for the diapers and wipes.
Luckily, I've got my parents. I just go
Oh,
with
yeah,
them.
that's sweet. Yeah, I did that for a while.
Yeah, when I move out, I'll definitely be getting a Costco membership.
Just make sure you go because my wife says she's not going to listen to this, and I hope that's true. My wife went and got sold on like the top tier
Oh,
membership,
no.
and
So
so
like, we don't need that.
I mean, you do get money back, but obviously you have to spend it at Costco,
It's
so
a
it's not like
pittance.
it's going in your pocket. You just have to spend it at Costco.
I was wondering
Yeah,
that. I
makes
went in
sense.
there the other day and they had like 3 memberships. I'm like, what's the difference between all of them? Is it just that cash back?
Yeah, you get more cash back.
That's stupid.
Yeah, there was a long list of stuff that we were promised, but I don't remember it all.
Get a free slice of pizza on your way out.
Oh, I would pay just for that. That would be sweet.
Their
Go to
pizza's
Costco every day.
so good.
Except every trip to Costco is at least $300 because you go for milk and you have to walk through all the clothes and everything else, and
Yep.
you end up with way more crap than you want.
Yeah. It ain't cheap.
They killed the
Good
guy
marketing.
that created the car, or the car that could run on water. So
Oh, I've heard about
probably
that.
the cancer deal too, for sure.
Yeah, I've heard about that car that runs on water. I've not looked into it. Is there like legit sources on that?
Yeah, so what happens is it's called hydrolysis. Basically how they do it. And getaway to do it is you set up mason jars with like electric coil in them, and it essentially splits the molecules apart, so you end up producing hydrogen and oxygen out of it. And it's a pretty cool system.
Huh.
I helped my dad build one time. It didn't work because the car was too new, and so it had a certain amount of gas it was programmed to burn anyways.
Gotcha.
But like the system worked. It created hydrogen. It was
So
sick.
what I'm learning from this conversation is that in the next week or so, Noah and I are gonna be dead.
Hell yeah.
I have no clue how it works.
They got compressed real quick.
No, that's sweet though that it's legit and it can work.
Yeah, I've heard it can work. I've never seen it work.
You imagine with the technology they have available to them, if they wanted to figure it out, they could.
Yeah, you could run cars on a lot of different things.
Yeah, but you would destroy a pretty big industry if you
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
took away the need of gas in cars.
Yeah.
Piss off a lot of tycoons.
Yeah,
Elon Musk is still alive, though.
right.
But they'd be hard pressed to kill him because he's so big.
Well, he's funded by the government, so
Yeah.
Right.
they're like, we better not touch this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made an interesting move getting Twitter.
I fucking
I
love
love
it,
it.
dude.
I thought it was awesome when he
Hilarious.
gave everyone blue check marks for $8.
Oh, dude.
That was
People losing billions of dollars
Oh, yeah.
overnight. I was like, yeah.
that was sweet.
It's just turning into anarchy real quick.
Yep.
It's good. I downloaded Twitter and it's just hilarious. Elon posted the weirdest shit. It was like a naked lady and having her ass out.
Oh, yeah.
On
Oh,
their
gosh.
Twitter and then Trump.
Trump
I was
is
like, what the
Jesus, Lord
fuck?
help.
How is this possible?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
He's the man we needed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've always been a pretty big fan of Elon. It sounds like he's fairly heartless as like a employer, but
Well, I mean, we all saw on that Joe Rogan podcast.
yeah,
That was pretty heartless.
Wait, what? What happened? I don't think I saw that one.
Oh,
he fired Vijay Gotti. Yeah,
yep.
on the Joe Rogan
In the middle of the podcast.
What?
Yeah, it's like you're fired. She walks out. Like Joe
Wait, was
Rogan's
that just
like,
barely?
Wait, what?
It was recently.
Yeah,
What the
Oh
fuck?
shit! I gotta listen to it.
Wait,
Yeah.
why did he fire her though?
They
Did
were
she say
talking
something
Like
wrong?
fucking this week.
I
probably.
think they just disagreed on something. And Elon was
Right.
like, "Oh yeah, fuck you."
You're fired.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yep.
Yeah, it
I need to
was
watch
crazy.
that.
And then Joe Rogan, like, he didn't even know what to do. He's just like, let's go ahead and take a break.
Want some weed, Elon?
Yeah. You need to chill out, bro.
I thought she was already fired though.
It didn't. Her reaction wasn't that she already knew she was fired. It was kind of like, wait, did I really just get fired?
Yeah. Like,
That's
hold on
so
a sec.
fucking good.
Yeah, he's a wild man.
Oh,
I have
like
yet
it.
to listen to that one, but I would like to. I've looked for it and I haven't been able to find it.
I've only seen the clip, so I almost wonder if it got removed or something or blocked. I don't know, but
That's fucking
I've only seen the clip, like a 30-second clip where he actually fires her.
Yeah, that's all I saw too.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's what YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels has done to me. I can't watch a full hour thing anymore. It has to be 30-second increments.
Yeah. I listened to it
Oh yeah.
on the drive to and from work.
Do you think he's got like an ego? I don't know, cause he's got some sort of like
So he definitely acts and looks like he has Asperger's syndrome,
yeah,
where he's super smart in some areas and super awkward in others, you know?
yeah.
He's the weirdest dude
That's what he
alive.
acts like. Yeah, yeah.
That's what it has to be. He's just fucking weird.
And it's hilarious.
It's weird to me how those guys are billionaires, like Zuckerberg and Musk, because they're awkward dudes. When you hear them talking, they're not super like outgoing.
No.
If you look at like Mark Cuban, or any of those guys on Shark Tank, they have the personality to be rich people.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk and Zuckerberg, they're just smart dudes. That
Yeah.
They're lizard people.
Yeah, they're pretty smart. A little odd. I've been listening to the Joe Rogan podcast with Zuckerberg today. It's actually pretty good. It's interesting to see like a lot of the owners and creators of these massive tech companies didn't necessarily envision these companies to go in the route they have with all the censorship and stuff,
right.
and they didn't necessarily intend it. It seems like it just got out of their hands. They're like, it's too big now. Can't stop it. It's just running me over, you know?
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
At that point, just go live on a yacht.
That's what Jack Dorsey did, didn't
Fuck
he?
the world. Probably.
Well,
That's
he
what I
got
would do.
kicked out of Twitter first, and then
Yeah, that's shitty.
Was he the creator?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He get kicked out by his own board, didn't he?
Uh huh.
How's that possible? If he's the boss, be like,
Well,
shut
once
the
you have a
fuck
board
up.
of directors, then
Yeah, when they own more of the company than you do,
yeah.
and then decide they don't want you.
Yeah.
That
But
would
he's a
suck.
billionaire. He's like, okay, I'll go buy an island.
I think at some point though, you get so rich that retiring isn't even fun. Like just going and doing vacation after vacation with your money isn't fun. Running a business and like growing your net worth is what's fun to them.
Or go to space.
Right? Going to space, different stuff like that. At some point, retirement's just not even an option for them because it'd be too boring.
That's what Andrew Tate talks about. He's like, I think he said the first 10 million is super fucking cool, and up to 50 million, it's like, okay, yeah, I can buy anything, and after that, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah,
Like, what do I buy? Because I already have everything.
exactly.
So it's like, yeah,
Hey, I don't think that's a bad thing. I want that.
right, of course, but it's just an interesting perspective because they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
being poor, that was kind of the life because they have no responsibility. I think it's
Something
pretty
a rich
interesting.
person would say.
Right.
I miss being poor.
Right. I
Right.
hate when rich people say, "Oh, it's not as great as you think being rich," and you're like, "Well, yeah, after you're rich, it's easy to say
Well,
that."
let me try.
You want to trade me? I'll trade you.
Crazy thing about that is people who are rich and can maintain their wealth will continue to maintain that wealth and they can make it again. If they were to give all their money away to a poor person, it'd be gone within a
Yep.
couple of years.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
As they build their businesses and build themselves to be able to handle and acquire that much wealth, then they have the skills to actually use it. Whereas poor people is when they win the lottery, they go broke a few years later.
Yep. And it all comes down
Wowzy.
to your ability to make good decisions and also the opportunities you give others to give you their money. Because if you look at when the stimulus checks went out, the rich just got way richer because everyone got all this money.
Yeah.
And then Amazon orders and all the other big companies, everyone was buying stuff from them. So they just got all the stimulus money. It immediately went to the rich people. So if you don't have a business or some way other than your hourly rate or salary to get money, that you're not going to get a huge increase of income.
Yeah.
That's why being a business owner, having a side hustle is so important.
Now, tell me, with your LLCs you own, is your write-offs every year larger than your standard deduction, where it actually makes it worth it?
Last year it was.
Okay.
This year, I'm not sure. So like the tax return that I got this year from last year's business expenses was a really big payout. Next year's probably won't be, just because the Amazon thing got blocked for like 6 months. I didn't do a whole lot with it other than the Amazon thing. I haven't been selling or making money through the business. Yeah, I have a little bit of business expenses, but not bad, because when I'm not buying product to sell, that's really my only expense. Other than that, I have like a $40 monthly payment to Amazon to keep the account open.
Yeah.
So that's why I might close it down if I can't get it figured out.
Okay.
Because then I'm just paying $40 a month for nothing.
Yeah, we closed our Amazon account.
Did you guys ever sell anything on it?
No, I bought the subscription so I could get into it and start looking into it and
Yeah.
getting after it, and then got a little bit into it and was like, this is gonna be so much fucking work. I'm good.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah. So I ended up shutting it down, at least till a later time when I could have more time, because this was during the middle of me doing my flight training.
Oh, yep.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
So
And after you understand all the rules and how to find product, after you understand it all, it's really easy to run. But, like, for example, I got shut down due to selling a product that we shouldn't have been selling. And I was like, I had no clue. And if you don't know those little things, you can get your whole account shut down for something stupid.
Oh.
So it's a lot at the start to learn all the rules and ins and out of what you can or can't do. But
What
after
were
you
you
know
selling?
it was just a certain brand that they decided they didn't want to have third party sellers doing.
Oh, okay.
So it's called I believe it's an IP block, where they tell Amazon, okay, this is us. Everyone else that's selling this product, I want you to block, so they can't sell it anymore.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, because then their sales go way up.
Right. So if a brand wants to push a lot of their sales through Amazon, then they'll block other people from doing it, obviously, because they want to make the money.
That's kind of cool. Smart.
Oh, sweet.
Let's see, what else do we got here? So you still do the whole Mormon thing for your spirituality side, and that's kind of how you were able to deal with all the stresses of life and all that. You always have that base to come back to.
Yeah.
It's like
It's definitely
zen out for a minute.
definitely my base. I would say also my family, like it's
Yeah.
both my church and my family. Those are like my two pillars of foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I know at the end of the day, I get to go home to my beautiful wife, beautiful daughter.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hang out and have a good time. But most of the time, sometimes my daughter just screams at me. Wife too sometimes, but I deserve it.
Understood.
But no, I love the fact that at the end of the day, no matter what happens at work or how stressed I am with
Mhm.
school and work, I can come home and hang out with my best friend and both my best friends and have a good time. And then also church, there's just a level of relief that comes from being able to pray, know
Mhm.
that there's a God up there that's listening to me, kind of vent or talk with him, get some of the weight off my shoulders, and then also going to church every Sunday. When you disconnect from your phone for a couple hours and sit in a really slow pace environment and it's spiritual, it lets your mind slow down and you can meditate and ponder more on yourself, kind of how you can improve where you're at in life. So when I do make it to church on Sundays, I don't make it every week, but it's always a good experience.
For sure. Well, that's cool, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on tonight.
Hey, I
We've had a
appreciate you having me.
blast,
Heck yeah.
and we look forward to having you on once again. Do you have any parting advice for the listeners?
Any parting advice for the listeners? No matter what it is you decide to do something to improve yourself every day. That would be my only piece of advice. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be physical, mental, spiritual. Just find something every day you can do to improve yourself, and that'll have a compounding effect in your life.
That's good.
I like
Right
that.
on.
And with that, we'll plan on seeing you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
See
See ya.
Thank
See ya.
you.